everybody, Logan here. Yes, I know I've heard it time and time and time again these last few months. Why haven't you covered the Flydigi Vader 5 Pro? Why haven't you covered it? Why haven't you covered it? When are you covering it? Why didn't you put it on this list? Why didn't you put it on that list? Well, because I just hadn't covered it. The company hadn't sent it to me. They sent me the Apex 4 and the Vader 4 Pro back in the day, but hadn't sent me the 5 until now. Better late than never, right? So I've got the Flydigi Vader 5 Pro PC controller. This is probably one of the most popular in their lines amongst any PC controllers. So now I finally got my hands on it. Better late than never, right? But we are going to unbox, test out this bad boy, and see if what everybody says is true. Not everybody can be lying, right? I guess we'll find out. But before we get into it, thank you Flydigi for reaching out and sending me this controller. Let's put it to the test. So here we go. We finally have it here, and this is the Flydigi Vader 5 Pro gaming controller, probably one of the most popular PC controllers on the market since the 4 was a big hit, and now the 5. We have the 5 Pro here. The biggest thing about this is, well, right around the sticks you have the tension adjustment rings, so you don't have to pop the sticks off and use a little screw or whatnot. You just twist the sticks to adjust the tension on them, and that's a very popular feature. And then you have the C and the Z buttons that are not normally on controllers. There are a few here and there, but if it's anything like the old one, it comes pre-mapped, but I don't know. I haven't unboxed this one yet, so we'll find out. So if you look at the back of the box, the sides, there really isn't much besides the standard information. So you've got everything from the rings, the mouse click triggers, crisp feedback, and freely customizable ergonomic layout. So pretty simple. Wireless USB dongle, Bluetooth, and wired for Android and Windows. So keep that in mind. Nothing about iOS, and well, yeah, PC. I would suggest using this on PC because that's where you're going to get the most functionality out of it. So let's grab the knife, open it up. There we go. That is a nice controller. Very nice. So that's centered. That's usually where I keep it. Let's go all the way to max, see how it feels. Oh, that's pretty stiff. Not bad though. It's minimum. Ooh, super loosey. Loosey-goosey. I actually do like the middle pretty much. I don't know, maybe just a little. Okay, I like the way that one feels. So we'll do the same thing over here. Yeah, I actually really like the way that feels. We'll see when it comes to testing it out. Like that design, like that speckle look, lightly, almost space-like. That's going to be your home button. Ooh, and we've got power there. I like the gold. It's giving me real Gold Ranger vibes. What is this? Does this come out here? Is that supposed to come out? Is that where the... Oh, yes it is. Oh, that's for a grip. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you got that, and then right here on the back. So it is Switch compatible. It says NS, Bluetooth, and dongle. So depending on what you're using it on, you go back and forth. So it will work for the Switch. That's pretty cool, even though it's not listed on the box. Trigger locks. Ooh. So 2-stage. Analog, digital. 2 flappy paddles. That's nice. And then we have nothing right there as of right now. We're going to take a look to see what those buttons do. But in hand, you've got rubberized grips that are really nice. I really like that D-pad. That is a disc, yet plusk D-pad. Plusk, yes. Plusk, I'm Popeye. No, Popeye the Sailor Man. Okay. That's a nice D-pad. Like the way that feels. So let's take a quick look and see what those 2 buttons are for. Alrighty. That's a product manual. So we got the Apex 5, Vader 5 Pro, Direwolf 4, and Dune Fox. So I've tested the Dune Fox and the Vader 5 Pro in this line. Well, now. So there's also the Direwolf 4 and the Apex 5. I haven't tested these either. Look really nice. Oh, we got more products here on the back. So B8X cooler, performance doubled with innovative. I'm not sure what that cooler's for. Probably a mobile device. Yeah, mobile cooling device. And a pressure laptop cooling pad. Nifty. If we look in here, I want to see what those 2 buttons are for. Keep going. So it is Switch compatible. I do like that. Hotkeys. Okay, function button and turbo button. So that's what those are for. Function, which is going to be for mapping. Wait, but it shows flappy paddles here. Does it come with the flappy paddles? Oh yeah, they're in here. Look, I didn't even see those because the same color as the plastic. That is cool. So it comes with a second set of flappy paddles. So this goes right here. Oh, that is nifty. So if you don't like 4 flappy paddles, so you got 4 flappy paddles and a set of claw bumpers. That is pretty much what everybody asked for in a PC controller. I mean, that's what everybody wants. I mean, wow, that caters to everybody. This caters to absolutely everybody for PC. If you don't like the 4 buttons, you just remove it. If you like the claw buttons, you got them. If you don't like the flappy paddles, you don't have to use them. Remove those. Just use claw buttons. You've got digital and analog. The only people that are going to get mad are the people that don't get 3-stage trigger locks. But most people I know really don't use 3-stage. It's either full analog for racing games and then digital for fighting games and shooters. Well, of course, there are a ton of other genres, but that is nice. I mean, yeah, that's near PC perfection. There are a lot of other controllers that I like, but this is going to be tough to beat if it performs as well as it looks and the features that it offers. The only thing we can do, go test it out.
Alrighty, let's take a look at the Gamepadla stats before we get into the game testing. So, like I said, this is coming straight from Gamepadla. Flydigi Vader 5 Pro, it has been verified since wired A+, wireless A+, because, yeah, it's just a fantastic controller by the looks of what everybody in the internet is saying. So, we'll continue to march on and see what my findings say. It says compatible with Android, iOS, PC, Nintendo Switch. Now, the box itself says it is not compatible with iOS, so that's interesting to see. So there it says the price is listed at $85.99 on Alright, so let us continue. I've seen it at different prices, but this is probably the average. On Amazon, it's listed at $79, so it's a bit cheaper. I would say check out Amazon before you pay that kind of price for it. So if you keep going down, let's go. Let's go to the numbers. Wow, we've got a lot of tests here. So let's just look at this dongle, cable, and Bluetooth, depending on who you're going through. So the average latency, we've got a lot of different testers around here. Let's take the consensus. We'll just look at each of them for the dongle on Zimput, and it's looking at around 3.8, let's say 3.88, 3.89 on average. Some's yeah, for the average millisecond latency on the buttons. On the sticks, you're looking at mid 4 points. Some are saying it's a little lower here, but you're looking at around, let's say, 4.3-ish on average. Now, if you're looking at the polling rate, it's supposed to be around 1,000, and that's what we're looking at. Upper nines, 1,000, 999, 978, so that's about right. Very low jitter. Yeah. Cable, of course, you're going to get these beautiful specs, and this is cable on Zinput, so even a higher performance if you're looking at the cable, but that is expected. You know, you're looking at, let's say, 3-ishness when it comes to button latency, and right around that 4, yeah, about 4 on the stick latency. So that's fantastic. But if you're looking at polling rates, that's kind of interesting. Cable, someone's running at 500. That's interesting. But you're looking at around upper nines, just shy of 1,000. So that's a fantastic number. But then we jump to Switch. Switch, of course, 10, 11, 13, 13, 124, less at 98. Ouch. Bluetooth is where your numbers start to drop, but I never suggest using controllers over Bluetooth, but you kind of have no choice if you're using it on an Android device or even an iOS. But yeah, so keep in mind speeds are much lower when you're using Bluetooth, so try to do cable or the dongle. That's where you're going to get your best performance. And that pretty much says it. Everything here looks pretty good. Stick centering looks to be a little off on average, but I didn't... It doesn't feel like it's off just by holding it in the hand, and I haven't seen anybody... Look, I mean, it's so minute. There's no way you'd even know that. But you can't really tell by holding it in your hand. Sometimes. No, okay. You know what? Let me take that back. I have had controllers where I felt it and I was like, something don't feel right here, when they're pretty bad. And then back when I was able to do the hardcore numbers myself, before my devices and my sources kind of went pip. So yeah, I was able to feel it on certain controllers. So let me not overstate that. But as we go down, everything else looks fantastic. If you want to get in the higher specs here, then you've got all kinds of other stuff if you want to really dive deep into it. But this looks like a fantastic controller. Everything being said, everyone who's used it has said nothing but positive things. That's why I was really happy to get my hands on this controller once Flydigi decided to reach out and send it to me. So grateful. Looks great. Seems great. Let's get into the gameplay test. We're testing it here on, well, I'm actually playing the cloud version of Master Chief Collection, and this is just the multiplayer custom game, so there's nothing in here. I just wanted to test out the controls and see how it feels. Unfortunately, I will not be using Exoprimal anymore here on PC because it no longer works. So, alright. feels fantastic. Nothing comes pre-mapped, so you're going to have to use the function key in the back to map everything. So that was one thing where the 4 had everything pre-mapped for you. Okay, that's completely fine. The sticks are amazing. Very little to no dead zone. Very little, very, very little, but I think that it feels fantastic. Let's see how it feels if you adjust it to its loosest. Ooh, no dead zone. None. Wow. You can still see it moving. Okay, let's go with the tightest. Dead zone goes up a little more. Okay. Or maybe that's just me. It feels like it's a little higher. But this looks and feels great. It's running a heck of a lot better. Well, since I upgraded my internet speed, so that doesn't hurt that cloud gaming actually works now. Now, one thing I wouldn't recommend is playing cloud gaming, using cloud gaming if you're... Oh, yep, I wouldn't recommend using cloud gaming. It all just wonked out. No, even my mouse controls won't work. So the game just wonked out on me. Thank you, Xbox. So I guess I will just stop it there. Game Pass on PC. Cloud gaming. Still not worth it. Yeah, so mouse controls nor controllers are working. So I'll just leave it there and say fantastic controller until this all wonked out. But if you're playing on PC, this is probably one of the best options. I will put this right up there as one of my favorites already. I was using it in a couple games. I wanted to see how it felt. But right here, playing it in a first-person shooter, this feels like this is where this controller needs to be played. So you can use it on multiple devices. Again, you can use it on the Switch as well, but if you want to use it on the Switch, you're not going to get the full performance out of it. You're still going to get a great controller, so keep that in mind. Best on PC, and this is very annoying. Thank you, Xbox. But again, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Tell me what you guys think of the Vader 5 Pro. It's a fantastic controller all around, and probably one of the best. Probably going to make my top 5 of 2026, and we're only a month in. And yes, I know it came out in 2025, but now I'm reviewing it in 2026, so yeah. But there we go. Again, thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. Like what I always say, be legendary. Thanks again.